Hi there, how's it going? So we're just starting off from the last video that I uploaded. The title was Viktor Sarudi the plainclothes officer in the Sherman murder case? So if you don't know, Barry and Honey Sherman were murdered in their North York home at Old Colony Road, 50 Old Colony Road in 2017, December 13th. So what Kevin Donovan is alleging is that there was a plainclothes officer or undercover cop that came to the Sherman's driveway shortly after they were murdered. So Kevin Donovan's theory is that there was a murder lookout and there was this complex scheme to kill Barry and Honey Sherman. I don't think that there was a murder lookout, but I am very skeptical of this cop, Viktor Sarudi, because essentially I went online to a website called Web Sleuths. Web Sleuths is an online website dedicated to private investigators. And what I found was this member here, Cedars. Now, if you don't know about Web Sleuths, essentially there was Viktor Sarudi. He's a Division 53 officer. But on Toronto Police's Twitter page, Division 33 uploaded a video of Viktor Sarudi saying that Viktor Sarudi was going to go on these online private investigator websites and essentially steer the public in the right direction, you know, whatever that means, right? But when I was viewing this page, I think there was a default login, and the login, V for Victor, S for Sarudi, first name, last name. This page actually was VS. So the default setting, for whatever glitched out reason on the website, I think it showed the true name of the person of this account. It was VS. Now, further, why do I think Viktor Sarudi was the plainclothes officer? Well, let's look, right? Let's look. So the Sunshine List stats. We can find all the Toronto police. We can find their salaries here. As you see, City of Toronto. City of Toronto Police Service. Year 2023, he's still employed. $121,000, almost $122,000. But let's scroll down to the bottom here. So what do we see? Right? We see that in 2017 to 2019, he was docked in pay. Did Viktor Sarudi get reprimanded for shitty behavior? That's an interesting question. I'd like to know. But even more interesting is this plainclothes officer. So he was an undercover cop, and in 2017, he got reprimanded by his own police department. I wonder why that was. Did he do some sketchy behavior that maybe wasn't so cool? Did the Toronto police know that Viktor Sarudi was the officer in the Sherman driveway that was caught on camera, right? Are they saying he did some sort of malpractice, or, you know, he was obstructing justice, or is it something more dubious and devious? I don't know, but it looks like he was an undercover officer, and in 2017, that was the date when he got reprimanded and he got a dock in pay. Interesting. So there was a comment here. There was another comment on Web Sleuths, and as we're reading, this is what Cedars, or who I believe Viktor Sarudi, to say. He says, just a personal aside, but when I was born long ago, my family lived on Old Colony Road. My father couldn't afford a nicer home, closer to downtown. It was the outer fringe of Toronto with huge lots and small modest ranchers. No swimming pools. We had to move away from my father's job, which broke my mother's heart. So although I don't remember it, I spent my life hearing her lament about having to leave paradise on Old Colony Road. Now, essentially, I thought this was just a bullshit post by Victor, right? Maybe it was just another misleading thing. Unfortunately, there's this. There's Viktor Sarudi. If you go onto his MySpace account, it has no profile picture, but what do you see? Viktor Sarudi. This is his MySpace account, and he used to live in North York, Ontario. Right? Right. So this kind of makes the claim that, you know what, maybe he really did live on Old Colony Road. Maybe he was premeditating to go help save the Shermans. I don't know. It's a good question, though. It's a very good fucking question, and it's kind of sketchy that he was a plainclothes officer around that time. Now, just for context, you know, you see he's been very busy online. He has an online stump shop. He sells stumps because he's a woodworker, right? Cedars, woodworker. Oh, I get it now. But I'm going to keep this video very short. I just wanted to kind of enunciate on a few things. And just for context, this is another one of Cedar's posts. Well, I'll confess, I'm a detective from TPS trying to steer this, he said it again, I'm trying to steer this vital crime-solving forum in the right direction. So if anyone can find that taken down video from Division 33 with Viktor Sarudi saying he was on Web Sleuths, please find that video. That'd be great. You know, just probably a small detail here. Viktor Sarudi's best friend, his name is Dominic Moella. He works for Gold Dome Electrical Contractors Incorporated. Dom Moella, he also was a cop, and apparently Viktor Sarudi and Dominic Moella, or whatever the fuck his name is, apparently they have a podcast called For the Gram, where they talk about hustle culture, and they talk about being successful on Instagram. That's interesting, right? That's interesting. That's cute. I don't know. You know, it's just really hard to piece this stuff together sometimes. You know, contractors, what does contractors mean, right? Do they just do electrical work, or do they do like home inspections? Or because when you see the word contractor, it's usually a very dubious, devious word, like contracting. Contracting for what? What do you consider contracting? You know, Gold Dome Electrical. Okay. You know, maybe he was doing home inspections, you know, maybe that's his job, but he's also a woodworker. So he's very close to Viktor Sarudi. I think he's so close, in fact, you know, he'd probably know Viktor's whole life story, really and truly. But, you know, just a small detail, you know, not a big deal. He also has this website called M Inspired Living. Check that out. You can see he's pointing at you. Check that out, M Inspired Living. Anyways, this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to highlight, you know, was Viktor Sarudi the plainclothes officer? He was docked in pay in 2017. Around the same time, he was an undercover cop. You know, just food for thought, you know, just food for thought. Who knows? Maybe we'll solve this shit. Maybe we'll figure this shit out. Who knows? But that's all for today. Have a good day. And, you know, don't sweat it. Just breathe easy. You know, make a cup of cocoa or something. Make a cup of cocoa. Make a cup of cocoa for yourself. And stay healthy. Viktor Sarudi. You know, bud, stay healthy. Have a cup of cocoa. Yeah, anyways, have a good day.